Good morning, friends. Today I am going to discuss with you the general criticism regarding the drama of George Bernard Shaw, Arms and the Man. We have discussed the theme of the play, we have discussed different characters, we have just discussed this drama with its various facets and aspects. But there are certain questions which this drama arises, and at the same time the famous critics of English literature at that time and even in modern times also, some of them contain the view that plays of George Bernard Shaw are propaganda plays rather than problem plays. ऐसा कहते हैं क्रिटिक्स, खास कर जो अंग्रेज ब्रिटिश क्रिटिक्स हैं, उनका ऐसा उस समय उन्होंने कहा था कि ये जॉर्ज बर्नार्ड शॉ ने जो नाटक लिखे हैं मूल रूप से ऐसा लगता है कि किसी खास तरह की थिंकिंग को, किसी खास तरह की विचारधारा को ये आगे बढ़ाने के लिए इन्होंने अपने सभी नाटकों में लिखा है और ऐसे चरित्रों का निर्माण किया है, ऐसी परिस्थितियों का निर्माण किया है, rather than he had a view of solving the problems or raising the problem of contemporary society when he was just writing the plays and the dramas. Now this question has also been asked I think 3 or 4 times during the last I think 10 or 12 years. Exactly this same question. Express your views on the statement that George Bernard Shaw's plays are propaganda plays rather than problem plays. You see, problems. When problem started, when the mankind originated, from unicellular to most complex cellular creatures, this is the journey that has been covered by creatures, including human being, as we accept the theory of evolution by Charles Darwin, origin of species. Now friends, Arms and the Man is a drama in which it appears as if the entire drama contains a kind of joke. We find various contradictions, paradoxes. He has created the so ideal lady Raina, and at the same time he compels in his drama Raina to make a compromise with wealth and money and prosperity. Life is not guided by the motive of prosperity alone. इंसान की जिंदगी में केवल पैसे और धन दौलत से ही सब कुछ नहीं हो जाता है. There are many other factors which have made mankind as the most superior creature on the earth. And this mankind, which is so much developed, if it bows down before wealth, prosperity and such things, of course, physical and materialistic achievements, materialistic gains and wealth are very much important. Even gradually with the passage of time, when the drama was written by George Bernard Shaw and the distance that mankind has covered from that time to today, it reveals the fact that without any shadow of doubt, materialistic achievements, materialistic gains are very important. Rather, if we just review the past some decades or even a century also, we will find that basic motive of the mankind has been acquiring wealth and power through wealth and wealth through power. Now, when he says that war should be avoided, when he says that for whatever purpose it is fought, the war always brings a negative consequence. Now, my dear friends, will you remember? Can we forgive China for the aggression of 1962? When we were just fighting for brotherhood in the entire world, our government, our leaders, and we were just proceeding towards an enlightened world. And under these circumstances, we were stabbed in the back. हमारी पीठ में चाकू मारा गया था चाइना के द्वारा. Should be singing the songs and forget our eyes from the past and from the present and from the future. such elements, such brutal and cruel elements, deserve fight, war and sacrifice. And here, when we find George Bernard Shaw, he has just removed the glorious aspect of the war and the war heroes. Every day, our great, brave, courageous army men and other defense personnel are becoming martyrs by the extremists, by the anti-national elements. And we should accept the theory of George Bernard Shaw that any aggression should be faced with peace. That will be simply a joke. And that's why the critics, those critics who have just given this title, that the plays of George Bernard Shaw are not problem-based, they are propaganda-based. What might have been the motive behind and why he wanted to do this propaganda, why he created such characters and such situations, I don't know. And I have discussed it with some senior teachers right when I was a student of graduation. And here in the same Muzaffarpur, Bihar University, at that time one of the parents of English literature and the most renowned teacher, Mr. Omeshwar, he was my guide and guru with regards to English. And he always vehemently criticized the approach of George Bernard Shaw. Although he accepted, and the entire world accepts, the literary history accepts, George Bernard Shaw has got a place in English literature as a dramatist. But simply because he has got a place, he had the skill, he had the talent. That does not mean that we should bow down before the ideas and we should close our eyes. We can never close our eyes. The sacrifices that our freedom fighters made. Can we forget Bhagat Singh? Can we forget Chandrasekhar Azad? Can we forget Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? If we accept the theory of George Bernard Shaw that war should be avoided at all costs, that will be humiliating our war heroes from past up to the present. This is the land of Maharana Pratap. This is the land of Shivaji. And I am not talking history, but the reality, what the critics of English literature raised. He has just created the character of so nice character of Raina. The entire drama revolves around her personality. She appears as an ideal lady, a lady belonging to an aristocratic family who has got her own thoughts, her ideas. Her heart is full and brimming with the love. Now you see, just for the sake of acquiring wealth and economic security, she makes a compromise with all the ideals of her life. She changes her lover. This is 100% a propaganda. Propaganda means not for simple political aims. Propaganda for developing and a spread of our own ideas. Our, I mean, George Bernard Shaw. He was a genius, no doubt. But his ego was greater than his genius. And that's why even the glorious moments of war, suppose any motherland is invaded by any aggressor, can the people of that country will remain sitting? Will they not fight against for the freedom of their motherland? Will they not sacrifice their lives? Now here, sacrificing life for the motherland has been made a joke even in this drama, Arms and the Man. And Blunt Tusley, who represents a chocolate cream soldier who carries chocolates in his pocket at the war front, who is not interested in killing the enemies, who is simply interested how he saves his life. You see, this will negate the entire theory of bravery. People all over the world sacrifice their lives for their motherland, for the country. And you see, 1962, 1965, 1971, 1999, and so on, even in the more present days. We have been always provoked to react violently, and we have maintained patience, our patience. But there is a limit beyond which nobody can tolerate, and that means George Bernard Shaw, when he says that romantic aspect of the war, the glamorous of the war is merely a false conception, the critics do not agree with it, and so they give such a sarcastic opinion and remark over the plays of George Bernard Shaw. They say that his plays are propaganda plays rather than problem plays. Now coming to the conjugal life, the life of the husband, of a husband and a wife, the life of a conjugal, life of a couple living a conjugal life. He has compellingly created distances between the emotions, sentiments and the reality. My dear friends, heart means not the heart containing 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles here. Heart means the emotions, the ideas, the thoughts which are overwhelmingly covering our mind, and we will have to accept the reality that man is, even the birth of the man is an outcome of a loving relationship. How can we pass such comments on romanticity? How can we make fun of romanticity? For whatever reasons, George Bernard Shaw criticized and vehemently opposed relationships based on romanticity, and he rather hated emotion and sentiments. But we cannot and we should not agree as the critics say. I am not challenging George Bernard Shaw. मैं बहुत ही सूक्ष्म सा प्राणी हूँ, बिल्कुल जॉर्ज बर्नार्ड शॉ के हाइट को छूने की कोशिश करने वाला, ये इट इज बियॉन्ड माई कॉम्पिटेंस, ये मेरी औकात से बहुत बाहर की चीज़ है. बट व्हाट द क्रिटिक्स of George Bernard Shaw in foreign countries, the writers of English literature, they had this opinion, and that's why coming back again from the examination point of view also, we will have to keep in mind, simply because these ideas have been propagated by George Bernard Shaw, we are not going to accept it. And the world should not accept. When there is a danger on the sanctity of your personal life or the life of your nation, I think it is the most glorious moment to sacrifice our life, to shed every drop of blood for attainment of safety and security of our motherland. And here the critics are right when they say that his plays are not problem plays, rather they are propaganda plays. That it seems as if he wanted to spread his own feeling, ideas and ideals in the entire world. He tried to just contradict, paradoxically, the entire development process, the feelings and the ideas and also the intellect. Now, Raina, a character who has read all those great books of English literature, and that's why her heart is full of sentiments and emotions. Now, he has made her make a compromise with a soldier, the soldier who is wealthy, who has hotels in Switzerland, and he is still hankering after money, and that's why he is fighting the war as a mercenary. Mercenary कहते हैं जो केवल पैसे के लिए लड़ता है, उसके सामने मातृभूमि नहीं होती है, उसके सामने और सारे उदार आदर्श नहीं होते हैं, उसके सामने आदर्श होता है पैसा, वो पैसे के लिए लड़ता है. And it is the most surprising aspect of this drama that a war fighter makes a compromise only because he requires and he wants to acquire more and more wealth and property. And Raina, such an ideal character, belonging to such an aristocratic family, maintaining the dignity of life, living a standard living, and she is compelled to make a compromise with that Blunt Asli, who had his own way of thinking. And in fact, when we talk of propaganda plays, Blunt Asli is an ideal representative of what George Bernard Shaw wanted to spread all over the world through his dramas. So, this is the problem that we are facing today. My dear friends, wealth, property, assets, everything are very, very important. They are vitally important. But before that, we will have to keep in mind that sacrificing life of the motherland, there is no greater act of greatness and glory than sacrificing every drop of blood for the motherland. And when we view from this angle the plays and dramas of George Bernard Shaw, we come to realize that, as the critics of English literature said, that his plays are propaganda plays. Now again, the relationship between a husband and wife, the concept of marriage here again. On the one hand, he says that marriage is a pious bond between two sacred souls, and he is advocating materialistic point of view. I have just mentioned it earlier also, I have been discussing it in the class also, and as even the great critics of English literature say, the problem that the contemporary society was facing, the problem that today's world is facing, the solution is not in being romantic or in avoiding war. Both are essential. Romanticity, even war has a god of romanticity. Fighting and sacrificing life in the war is a glorious matter. And we know, and we just say that the names of those martyrs who have sacrificed their lives for the motherland, for the safety of the countrymen, their name will remain immortal in the golden pages of history. And then, when we come back to George Bernard Shaw, it seems he tried to make fun of everybody, but he is sometimes appears to be a fun-making fellow himself. His ideas, his on lofty subjects, his ideas are just developing a sense of humor where one is required to be very serious. Taking decisions of life, taking decisions of death is not a matter of humor. It is not a matter to enjoy and feel pleasure. It's a matter of serious consideration. On times, history is the example. History has proved the fact. If you want to protect your country, if you want to protect the chastity of your women, you must fight and sacrifice your life for your motherland. And this truth can be denied only by a person who is spreading a propaganda for whatever purpose, or just a kind of intellectual hunger to be known as a great literary artist, a great drama writer or something like that. But again, these words are not my words. These ideas are what the critics of English literature have expressed. So, when this aspect comes before us, we will have to be very sincere in analyzing the events, in analyzing the characters, in analyzing the result and the causes of war. And war sometimes is inevitable, my dear friends, even if it brings disaster, it brings problem, it causes hardships, it compels for starvation. Even then, war is a glorious act when we indulge into it for the protection of our motherland. A war against terrorists, you see, in the present circumstances, can we go and make peace with the terrorists? कहा किसी ने कि सारी उम्र आदमी की बीत जाती है बस एक घर बसाने में, और तुम्हें तरस भी नहीं आता बस्तियां जलाने में. अब बताइए, ऐसे लोग, those who are anti-human being, can they be forgiven? Should we just join hands and go to in there and surrender before them? Such terrorist elements are the enemy of the humanity. And under these circumstances, a conflict, a fight, and a war becomes essential. So, advocating that war is a negative factor, or advocating the fact that war always brings negative consequences cannot be agreed. Sometimes wars are very essential, wars are necessary even for your survival. Again, going back to Charles Darwin and taking into consideration the ideas expressed by Charles Darwin also and many other literary great persons, we will have to accept the fact that critics say that George Bernard Shaw could not raise the problems in their proper perspective. Why the marriages were breaking? It is not simply an ideal saying that marriage is a pious bond between two. So बताइए, वो ब्लंटसली से प्यार करती है इतने गहराई से, सर्जियत से, और ब्लंटसली से उसको प्यार इसलिए हो जाता है कि वो जिंदगी की व्यावहारिकता की बात करता है कि आपके पास धन होना चाहिए, आपके पास दौलत होना चाहिए, आप लड़ाई करने जाते हैं तभी आपके पॉकेट में गोली की जगह पॉकेट ये चॉकलेट रहना चाहिए. So this is a funny thing at this level, and it is most surprising that a writer, a playwright like George Bernard Shaw had such a view. Going deeper and deeper into the facts, going deeper and deeper into the ideas, going deeper and deeper into what George Bernard Shaw has tried to explain in his drama. My dear friends, keep it in mind while writing your answers. You will have to be honest, and you will have to admit the fact that people, when they sacrifice their life for their country, the army men, the police personnel who sacrifice their lives for protecting the life of the people cannot be just made, should be treated as humorous characters. We must remember their contribution. We should always remember their sacrifice. If taking into consideration what George Bernard Shaw say and what the character of Blunt Asli exposes, हमको ये मानना पड़ेगा कि नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस भारत के सबसे बड़े बेवकूफ थे क्या? चंद्रशेखर आजाद भारत के सबसे बड़े बेवकूफ थे क्या? भगत सिंह भारत का सबसे बड़ा बेवकूफ था क्या? So 100% they were the great personalities, and their names will remain shining like the sun and the moon. And so we cannot agree 100% with George Bernard Shaw when he says that we should hanker after materialistic gains and avoid the higher dignity, the higher sense of dignity, the sense of love and belonging to our motherland, the sense of love and belonging to our brothers, and spreading fraternal feeling to fight against the enemies. दुश्मन जब भी सामने आएगा हमें लड़ना पड़ेगा, हमें अपने जान की कुर्बानी देनी पड़ेगी. हम ये नहीं सोचेंगे that this is simply a romantic game, even war. How can we treat it? Romanticity there is in war, as long as war is glorious, and we pay respect, we pay honor and regard to those soldiers who sacrifice their lives for us. There is still, every country has its own army, and they are to protect their countrymen. So we cannot agree with George Bernard Shaw even regarding the second aspect, marriages. Emotions, sentiments. Without emotion and without sentiment, what can be a relationship? There can be no relationship between two friends. There can be no relationship between two individuals, between a man and a woman, a boy and a girl. Nothing of sort. Then, agreeing with George Bernard Shaw, the word L-O-V-E, love, the word A-D-O-R-A-T-I-O-N, adoration, should be eliminated from the dictionary of English. अगर प्यार इतनी घटिया चीज है और रोमांटिसिटी इतनी घटिया चीज है, तो इतिहास के और साहित्य के सारे पन्नों को आग जला के फेंक देना चाहिए. If they are carrying these ideas, so we will have to agree with the comments of the critics that the plays of George Bernard Shaw basically are propaganda plays rather than problem plays. Problems are there. There is the problem of starvation, there is a problem of identity, and so many problems. And at the same time, two individuals having sentiments for each other, and even if they are separated, they cannot be treated other than husband and wife, because there is no definition of relationship in terms of just a man marrying another woman only for the materialistic gains. If there is a loving relationship, जहाँ प्यार होता है तो आदमी खून के गुण देता है, फिर धन दौलत की क्या बिसात है, वो तो खुद ही मिल जाता है, खुद ही मिल जाएगा अगर आदमी कुर्बानी देने को तैयार हो तब. लेकिन इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि संबंध जो भावनाओं पर आधारित होते हैं उनको नकार दिया जाए. Relationships based on emotion and sentiments cannot be ignored, and our posterity will not forgive if we do not leave the legacy that relationship must be based on sentiments, emotions, feelings, and a sense of sacrifice for each other rather than gaining material gains. That is all. This is the aspect that I have to discuss you today. We will cover up another aspect of the drama in my next speech to you. Thank you very much, friends.